I'm John White. With me today is Annette Peterson. And Annette, it looks like you brought a lot of stuff here to demonstrate.
Well, I brought some bulbs today, John. There are several ways to plant bulbs. You can plant them out in your yard. You can plant them in pots with annuals out in your yard. But today I want to show how we can plant them in a pot, bring them in the house, and enjoy the color for most of the winter inside our house. This is called forcing, and what forcing means is it forces the bulb to bloom sooner than it normally would in nature.
Okay.
I have picked narcissus because that's the lazy man's bulb. It blooms, you can get it to bloom in 5 or 6 weeks. I'm an impatient kind. If we pick another type of bulb, it would take maybe 14, 20 weeks to bloom. So I want immediate results. This is also something that's rather inexpensive, and you can have color in your house. You get your pot, and it's nice to have a pot that's about twice as wide as it is deep. Then what I've done is I went out in my yard and I just gathered up some gravel. If you don't have gravel in your yard, you might go see a neighbor who has some gravel.
And there are a lot of the shops that sell aquarium stones and stuff
Yes.
like that you can find it.
Now
Okay, we're
you
gonna fill
want
it about half full.
about half full or so. You don't want it all the way to the top because you need room for your bulbs. And then as your bulbs root or get wet, they expand, and so you need a little more space. Now you can just really crowd these bulbs in. You can have, I would say at least, less than an inch. As you can see, these are already starting to bud. Then what I like to do is I like to take a few decorative rocks and put there so that it looks just a little bit prettier while you're waiting for your bulbs to bud and grow.
I guess it also helps to stabilize the bulb a little bit itself.
Yes, it holds that bulb up. Now you can plant these a little deeper if you like, but I kind of like to see the bulb up there. I think that's attractive in itself. Once you get this done like this, you need to add water. You're going to need to keep this fairly moist, at least until your bulbs come up.
Okay.
Now, as you all know, most bulbs need a chilling time. Technically, this type of bulb, the paper white, does not need any chilling. However, it will do much better if you put it outside because it likes nighttime temperatures of 40 to 50 degrees. So this is a perfect time of the year to do this, to set it outside. In probably 2 weeks, you're going to see leaves come out. Then you can bring it in your house, and then in a few more weeks, you're going to have a bunch of beautiful white flowers.
Okay. Where do we keep our water level? Just up to the bulb? Just up to the base of the bulb?
Yes, we don't want it too high in there, but we don't want it to dry out.
Okay. How about, I guess no need for fertilizer since we're in a
not really.
water situation?
There's
got enough
really,
stored
yes.
food?
These are, once you do this, it's really considered like an annual. These bulbs really wouldn't be any good to plant in your yard after this.
Okay, so
no, don't worry about the fertilizer.
Get your bang for the holiday.
Right.
And then,
They have enough, the bulbs have enough stored food in them to get you through this winter.
okay. Now, we can use regular soil.
You can use potting soil, but you want to be sure that it's very light. You don't want real compact potting soil, heavy potting soil. You want it light. And if you use potting soil, you might wish to plant the bulbs just a little deeper.
Okay, do we want to set this in an open sun area, full sun?
I would say until it comes up, maybe the shade, then it will take a lot of sun.
Okay.
And you want to put it in a sunny place in your house with a lot of light.
Okay. Well, Annette, thank you very much. That's some good tips to give us some quick color for the holidays. So, you know, I think this is something you ought to give it a try.